What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day, and today I don't just have a classic, I have a classique. Now this thing is not brand new. This thing's been around for a while. It's been hanging out, and I have not done a review on one of these old Hibbens yet, and I figure let's blow the dust off of this thing and actually do it. And even though I say blow the dust off it, that doesn't mean I don't use this thing. So this is the Gil Hibben Double Shadow. This is a classic. This knife was actually designed by Gil Hibben specifically and specially for United Cutlery. This was only like the second knife in his fantasy series that he did. And this one was probably the most popular. This one goes way back. This one goes back to the 80s. This version here, I believe it was made in the 90s. Let me look at all the specs. I have them written up because this thing's been around so long, I don't remember. So it is 11 1/4 overall. We have, 1991. That's when this one was done for United Cutlery. So it wasn't the 80s. It was 91. Close. Let's see. The blade is 5.5 inch. You have a leather scabbard with a boot clip. The steel on this, and a lot of people are gonna, knife snobs. It's 420, and a lot of people hear 420 and they go, 420 is so cheap and weak. This is done in 1991. This thing is still in phenomenal shape. 420 is known to be extremely good for anti-corrosion, and for people that think it can't be used as a knife being 420, understand this: some of your better dive knives that you go into the ocean and you have to like break open oyster shells and clams, and you have to smash coral with it, a lot of your good oceanic knives are, that's a good word, huh? Oceanic knives are 420. So don't sleep on the steel. Just because it's not 1095 or D2 or, SK5 or any of those crazy steels, it doesn't make it a useless steel. Now, as far as this thing, as the testing is going, oh wait, you know what? This isn't even 420. This is 440. I just thought it was 420 because a lot of his old fantasy stuff was 420. I totally forgot about that. Sitting right there on the blade too. Look at these old spots I got on it though. So it's stronger than 420, but 420 has better rust, like corrosion-free attributes to it. 440 is probably the most common and most used of all these stainless steel varieties, so you know it well. This thing will sharpen up pretty good. Let me close this here. I haven't sharpened it in a long time, and I pretty much guarantee, yeah, this thing actually not only I have not sharpened it in a long time, I have not sharpened this ever. There's never been sharpened. That's the natural edge that came on this thing. I mean, look at this. I can literally run my fingers up and down this thing enough to where there's pressure on it. I'm not going to cut my hand. It's dull. It's very, very dull, but it's a classic, and I had to bring it to you. And there's another reason I'm bringing this one to you. You see, Gil Hibben also designed one for the Expendables 2 movie, and you watched a guy pull it out and put it to Jason Statham's neck. And it's very similar to this, and I'm going to be doing a review on that one pretty soon. Tubes, 5150. My man Tubes, get ready for it, because you are the man with the movie knives, and I don't think you have this one yet, the Expendables 2 Double Shadow. So you are going to dig it. It should. I should be getting to that one pretty soon. What's taking me so long is I'm in the process of making another custom blade, and it's taken me forever to grind it all down. But so let's get into this guy right here, man. So basically, what this is a fighting knife. It's a fantasy fighter, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It was designed to hang on a wall pretty much for people to be able to put there and say, oh yeah, look at this beauty I have, you know what I mean? And it's true. It looks like something out of Star Trek, you know what I mean? Pew, pew, pew. That's the sound they make. But it actually does have self-defense abilities. This thing, I know I wouldn't want to be hit with it. And when you get hit with a double blade, especially a hit and twist, this will tear you up, man. This will tear you up. And it's built strong enough not to hack away at wood and not to be a pry bar, but it's built strong enough to be able to use as self-defense. It's built strong enough to enter and leave, and you will be the one leaving if you have something like this going in and out of Bigfoot. So understand that this knife, just because it's a fantasy knife, it's a fantasy knife. It's a fantasy. Just because it's a fantasy knife doesn't mean it isn't worthy of skin breaks, because the points on this thing, the tips, are ridiculous sharp. Those are ridiculous. So what I want to do is, hold on a second. Hold on. Guys, I'm just going to let you play around in dead air for a second, because I have something. Oh, not this one. Uh-oh, I think I just dropped you guys. All right, this is better. Hey guys, what are you doing down there? So, all right, so I got me some cardboard here. Let me post you all back up there. All right, so we got some cardboard. Now, normally when we do a stab test for self-defense purposes, you want to get that, you want to get the Black Widow, the hourglass. And what that is when you stab and twist and pull, you should have an hourglass shape. And that is just unfixable in the field. You know what I mean? You need a surgeon to fix that wound. So, what we want to do is bam, bam, bam. You see the little Black Widow, the hourglass? Look at the size of that hole. And it's just literally, man, this thing gets blurry fast. So you puncture right here, right? Just a nice little puncture. And you can see that there are two individual holes, not one hole. There is a space in between there. Yeah, you can see that. To where to, so now what happens is once you go in the body and twist everything, I mean, you're just, because of this guy right here, you're taking things and you're just pulling them out. And the action there to stab, just a plain stick and pull, you can see the damage that that's going to inflict. Two completely different holes that are going to need to be fixed. But it's just, it comes down to bam, bam, bam. And that is just devastating damage points. And that is serious. Even just from the tip, if I bury it in less than a quarter inch, an eighth of an inch, and give it a turn, that hole right there, that's damage. That's just a little tip, right? But when you go deep, right, we went a little deep, and you turn and pull, that right there, people, let me tell you something, you're not coming back from something like that. That's a bleed out wound right there. So, I mean, there's not much we can do with this because I haven't sharpened it, and really I wouldn't take it out and bang it. I just wanted to kind of show you guys this thing. And as far as a review, when a review, I believe a review has to be something that, you know, you're showing how to use it. A review isn't this. Okay, guys, there you go. See you later. So, but showing that, I mean, impact and wound channels and things like that, that's reviewing. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe there's something we can do. Hold on a second. Uh-oh, I pressed pause. All right, so here's something I've never done with this. We're going to take it out to the stump. Let's do some 4-foot straight drops. See the balance? That thing fell dead straight. The even though it's a fantasy blade, it was made well. So now what I want to, it just picks up pieces because of the separation. Do a couple of hard downward throws, and we'll see if hitting at angles, if these two pieces are going to separate or spine out. And we'll see, solid as a rock. And we'll see if this will loosen It literally just like it hit and just twisted and chunked out like a huge piece of wood here. So let's see, I didn't think I was going to be doing anything with this knife at all. I was just going to show it to you, but let's see if we can even just... All right, so it's dull. It's not going to cut the rope. We know that. But we do have the soccer ball. Let's see here. Man, it just eats it. Eats it. Didn't go through 4, but I did kind of give it a girly swing. So let's see. Oh, yeah. And there's both tines right there. So, stabbing. Is it going to go through hide? Hell yeah, it is. And I'm telling you guys, this is the... I mean, just tapping this thing. Look at this. Tapping it. It's the tip. The double tip is so freaking sharp. Just madness. So, I mean, that's pretty much almost the extent of what we can do with it. But we might be able to find something. All right. Hello down there. So, let's try and... let's see if we can't get some kind of feathering with it. Oh, look at that. It's sharp enough to skin the stick. Let's see. Bet you never thought you'd see a freaking double shadow doing feather sticking, but it's not doing it well. Let's see. We got a nice little cut in there. I'll keep an eye on them dogs. So you see, it's not sharp enough to where it's going to go all the way through. It's literally a fighting blade in every sense of the word where it's going to go. And if I sharpen it, I mean, slashing, if I hit hard enough, it's going to slash. But it'll slash a lot better. Ooh, let's get out of that blur. It'll slash a lot better once I get out of the blur. Once I put an edge on it. And I'm not going to go crazy because it's been around a long time, you know what I mean? It's survived this long without needing a crazy edge. I think it'll survive a little longer, but now that I'm starting to use it again, I'm thinking maybe I should put an edge on it. All right, I gotta go find one of them dogs. Hold on. Oh. Well, that was a fail. That was a fail. That was better. You know, the feeling of it, I got real cocky and I'm like, I'm just gonna go press play and throw this thing. That handle, all the sap inside that handle. Yeah, that first throw was not very good. The second one, however, whoo, doggy. And let's see, is there any slanting? Are they offset any? Nope. Is there any tip breakage? Nope. This thing is just awesome, man. It's an awesome fighting knife, and it's solid. Nothing's loose. The thing just keeps on going, and it's been around for a long time. It's been around for a long time. It's an oldie but a goodie. I can tell you that right away. Man. So here's the thing. These things are going to go up in value. You know what I mean? I don't remember how much it was brand new way back in the day. I can't remember. I know it wasn't that much. I mean, for a fantasy dagger, Gil Hibben, well, it cost a little bit of money back then, but not like it does now. The price is going up. So this is one of those things that you get and you keep and you hold on to, and you don't throw into trees or anything like that. But with me, I don't care about, increasing value. I just care about something cool to have. And this is something that I have carried. And hey, no digging. And this is something I will carry again. And it's just strictly defensive purposes. So this is like carry out, not carry into the woods. But you see it, man. You see it. The thing is, the thing's cool. It's just cool. It's a lot stronger than people think it is. It's pretty thick. I'm not sure exactly how thick it is. I didn't measure, but I'm guessing, if I had to guess, it's 4, maybe 4.5 millimeters, somewhere in there. So it's pretty girthy. It's sharpened on both edges, so it's really hard to tell. But you look at it, and you can see it. You can see how thick it is. But what I can tell you that I do know is that it's just a joy to have. And if you are into collecting knives and you want something in another 20 years that's going to be A, really hard to find, and B, really expensive to find, you might want to pick one of these up now. And you can find them still out there on eBay and different places. Get up here. So it's not like they're gone forever. You can still get these things out there somehow, somewhere. Let me get that damn dog up here because he doesn't listen. Hey, get up here. I like how they look at you like, what? I wasn't really going anywhere. But if you are a collector and you want something that is just an absolute classic and something that will increase in value and something that's worth holding on to forever, grab yourself one of these, put it in your collection. You are going to be very happy you own one. And if you're like me, who knows, maybe you'll go out and throw it into a tree and get all giddy and excited, or maybe you'll carry it on your side into the mall in case you get attacked at the mall by Bigfoot. You never know when you're going to need something. And this thing right here, in and out, is devastating. Devastating. So, it's a cool classic. And basically this video I wanted to do to set up the next one that's coming, the next Double Shadow from the Expendables movie. And I think you guys are going to dig that. It's really cool. But that's it, man. That's my Double Shadow from Gil Hibben. I am Donnie B all day. And until next knife, hey-o!